Jacob Wilkins with Rumble Ponies left-handed pitcher Zach Thornton after a terrific start in the series opener Tuesday night. Zach, thanks so much for the time.
Of course, yep.
Tell me, let's just zoom out for a second, talk about getting up to Double-A, these first three starts in general. What's it been like?
It's been super fun making that transition from high to Double-A. There's obviously been some learning curves of trying to figure out how to miss a few bats here and there, some pitches out throwing. High A would be swing and miss or kind of foul balls here or in play here, so just kind of working around that and getting better every outing.
What was it like in that debut at Erie to retire the first 9 you faced, and what did you learn from it?
It was super good. I just had to pitch a little bit versus High A could kind of dominate in zone with a lot of my stuff. I had to pitch a little bit. I had to get to 2 strikes quick and kind of steal some strikes and expand once I got to 2 strikes. So just kind of constantly learning after every outing, just getting better.
What did you learn from the Reading start that allowed you to have such success here in Hartford?
Yeah, I was able to get to 2 strikes really, really well out there, and then kind of just gave them cookies when I needed to go put away pitches out of the zone. So just doing a better job of getting my pitches outside the zone, going strike to ball instead of strike to strike with 2 strikes.
Right, making sure that you're not giving them a pitch in the zone with 2 strikes.
Yep, exactly.
25 strikeouts against 2 walks in Brooklyn. What was the key to having not just the success with the punch-outs, but the command?
I think it's just the not wanting to give anybody a free pass and wanting to make them beat you. You know, I'm not going to go out there and light up a radar gun or anything, but I'm going to go out there and make sure you don't get hits on me. You're not going to tack together a few hits on me, or I'm not going to give you free chances on the base paths. That's where runs come from.
This is a tough Hartford lineup. How did you feel? It seemed like you got stronger as the game went on last night.
Yeah, they kind of showed me some weaknesses about getting out early in counts, so I kind of used my advantage of that, of just throwing competitive strikes where I knew I could get them out early in the count.
You strike me as very perceptive. Are you someone that's constantly in-game seeing things and making adjustments?
Yeah, luckily I got a few good pitchers out here in Binghamton. I got Pinto right here, Jonah, Jack, a bunch of these starters, Jeeber, a bunch of these starters I'm able to watch, and they've been doing this for a while here in Double-A, so I'm able to pick their brains on a few things, and yeah, they've been really big help to me.
Let's talk about growing up in Lawrence, born in Minnesota. What was that like for you?
Yeah, me personally, I still call Minnesota home, even though I do live in Kansas, but yeah, most of my life in Minnesota, so I'm no stranger to the cold weather baseball or anything. But yeah, moved to Kansas. It was super fun. I moved my junior year of high school, so that kind of allowed me to explore into the junior college route of colleges because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do college-wise up in Minnesota. It just wasn't available. The junior college route wasn't available up there. Hey, Parsons. So yeah, I was able to get some good junior college offers out of high school out there, and then kind of took off once I got to junior college.
What led you to Barton?
Just the love that the coaching staff gave me there. Brent Biggs and Brett McBride, super loving guys that I still connect with to this day.
And in Grand Canyon, folks in the college baseball world have such respect for their program and that facility. What was that experience like?
It was super awesome. Being with Coach Jack Wilson, he's got some big league years under his belt, so picking his brain a lot. Nathan Bannister, the pitching coach out there, he came from the Seattle Mariners, so he had the pro ball experience, and then Greg Wallace taking over as a first-year manager. He did a great job with that team.
How about growing up with a dad who was an assistant track and field coach? What was that like?
Yeah, so I've always been able to kind of build good relationships with coaches because my dad's a coach, so I know what they want to hear. I know what makes them click, and they know what makes me click, so I've just always been able to build really good relationships with coaches throughout my years.
Your mom was quite the athlete too, right?
She's the best athlete in the family.
Oh.
Yeah, better than me right now. She's got the All-American. I don't have an All-American award.
What's something you're looking to achieve, work on the rest of the way?
I think just continuing to get better and better after every start, just taking a bunch of learning pieces from everything.
Who'd you grow up rooting for? Vikings? Were you a Minnesota guy?
Yeah, I was a Vikings fan, but nowadays the Chiefs are pretty easy to cheer for. So living in Kansas City, I do cheer for the Chiefs every once in a while, but if the Vikings and Chiefs ever play, I'm a Vikings fan.
Wow, that's biting off both ends of the stick there.
Yeah, I got 2 pretty good teams in the NFL for me right now.
Not bad. Twins fan?
Cardinals fan growing up. So I lived in St. Louis a little bit. Okay. I was born in Minnesota, moved to St. Louis, and then moved back to Minnesota about 3 or 4 years later.
You've been all over.
Yeah, the St. Louis rubbed off on me, so I grew up a Cardinals fan.
Favorite player growing up?
Yadier Molina.
Not bad.
Always wanted to throw to him, but never quite got there.
Well, there was a bit of an age difference
I know,
as well.
A little bit, yeah.
Zach, thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it. Wishes for continued success.
Thank you very much.